Hey everyone, and welcome back to Sano-Quinn Media. So, we're really excited for today's video where we're going to talk about one of the tools that we've been using here on the channel. It's a tool that we use for the 12 days of Christmas, and it's going to be a really big part of the channel moving forward, and it's something that we're super excited to have in our arsenal. And the reason we wanted to talk about it today is because we've gotten a couple of questions on our social media accounts at Sano-Quinn Media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter about what this thing is, how it works, all of that good stuff. So today we wanted to provide a very basic introduction to the Malletkat. And so the Malletkat is the mallet instrument that you see being used throughout the 12 days of Christmas, and that, again, you're going to see being used more and more moving forward on the channel. And basically what it is it is a MIDI controller that's designed to be controlled by mallets. So instead of pressing down keys like a piano, you strike the keys with a mallet, similar to how you would play a marimba or a vibraphone or a xylophone. It's made by the excellent people over at Alternate Mode in Massachusetts. Shout out to them. I've thoroughly enjoyed being able to work with them thus far and look forward to hopefully us being able to work together more in the future. So, like I said, the Malletkat is a MIDI controller. And so what is MIDI? MIDI is a universal language that allows hardware such as the Malletkat and other MIDI controllers to communicate with sound sources and computers. And so basically what that means for us is that the Malletkat actually doesn't produce any sound on its own. There is no internal sound card into the model that I bought. They do have a couple of models that do have internal sound cards. I opted for one that didn't. And instead, we've been running sounds through the Ketron SD1000, which came highly recommended from the people at Alternate Mode, and I can see why I have been thoroughly pleased with that sound module. So, the Malletkat has to have an external sound module like the Ketron or VSTs and plugins that you have on a computer to actually create the sound that you hear. So, the flow of events is I hit a note with the mallet on the Malletkat, and it sends an electronic signal into the Ketron, which sends an electronic signal into my computer saying, hey, play this sound like a marimba or a vibraphone or a music box, or you could make it sound like a violin or a cello or any other number of things. One thing we think is really cool is you can also make it sound like a synthesizer, which is really, really awesome. So it's a really cool way to actually be able to play music. Now, the Malletkat has a ton of features on it. To get very basically into some of it, it's actually two MIDI controllers in one, which means you can split the instrument at certain parts and have the lower octaves of the instrument make one sound and the higher octaves make a separate sound. You can have it play a combination of more than one sound at once. You can have it to where every other stroke alternates between different sounds, and a lot more. To be completely honest, I've had the instrument for about a month now and haven't even begun to unlock its true potential. It's something that we're really striving to play around with more and see what all we can do with it. And one of the coolest things I noticed straight out of the box is that you can actually take the pads and train them to where the instrument knows your softest and hardest hit, which translates into me being able to play very naturally how I'm used to playing on an acoustic instrument and getting the sound result out of it. It's super easy to play just straight out of the box. And then, of course, to really unlock the true potential of it is going to take a little bit more time. Something that we really want to do here on the channel is release a much more in-depth review of the Malletkat once we are able to truly experience everything that it has to offer. But to be quite frank, that could be a couple of months down the road. There's just so much to this instrument. A couple of more features of the Malletkat is that there are actually a number of foot controls you can set up. There are multiple sustain pedals, as well as multiple slots for different expression pedals, which allows for this instrument to actually do things that an acoustic instrument, or at least an acoustic mallet instrument, could not. To where I could, for example, hit a note and then make it crescendo without any type of roll or rearticulation. Those types of things are just impossible on an acoustic marimba or vibraphone. But they aren't impossible on the Malletkat. Which leads me to my final point here, which is, as somebody who has a background in orchestral percussion, why I chose to go with something like the Malletkat instead of purchasing a vibraphone or a marimba or an acoustic instrument. Well, first things first, let me say there's definitely advantages to having an acoustic instrument. However, for me, this is something I want to be able to take out and play gigs with. This is something that I want to be able to have in a variety of different environments. So portability was a big factor. This is much more portable than a marimba or a vibraphone, any of those things. And this instrument really can be like a marimba and a vibraphone and much, much more. And I'm excited to explore the possibilities of this instrument and kind of specialize in it in a way that I couldn't do with an acoustic instrument. Overall, after doing a lot of research for myself personally, what I was wanting out of a mallet instrument, the Malletkat checked way more boxes than any of the acoustic instrument options I was looking at did. Outside of having to try to buy a vibraphone and a marimba and a xylophone and this all just gets really, really expensive and impractical. However, the Malletkat provides a great alternative to all of that. And I'm super excited to continue learning more about this instrument. And I'm super excited to keep incorporating it into the channel here at Sano-Quinn Media. So with all of that being said, I definitely hope you have enjoyed this brief introduction to the Malletkat, kind of explaining the features of it and what exactly this instrument is. And definitely click the like button if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Let us know what you think. And please, please, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to be notified whenever we upload really awesome things like new song covers on the Malletkat, great new original content, and a bunch of really awesome media, because I know what we've got coming your way this month and over the month of February and into March. It's really going to be great stuff. You don't want to miss it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you real soon.